Yes, we've already started the season. We've had a couple of games out in Indiana this past weekend, and it seems I think our heads are spinning a little bit because we've just finished preseason, and then we're already 2 games into the season, and now classes have started, and it just seems like lots going on right now for our program. But we went out to Indiana. We played Ball State, who a very strong team. We knew that was going to be an early test for us, and we didn't start the game as well as I would like to in terms of keeping hold of the ball and possessing the ball. But we kept ourselves organized, made it very difficult for them. And quite honestly, the first half was a bit of a midfield battle. And then we were able to score the first goal of the game off a corner kick. Maggie Riley, one of our sophomore midfielders, had a corner kick, and basically with our corners we try to bend the ball in towards the goal and hopefully get a little flick on the ball and send it into the back of the net. Well, she bent the ball in really well, but nobody touched it, and it went all the way in on its own, which is fine by me. And so we go into halftime 1-0, and we're feeling pretty good about ourselves, even though we hadn't played well. We were up against a very strong team. So the message at halftime was, let's get through the first 10-15 minutes, see if we can frustrate them, maybe make them a little anxious to try to score, and see if we can get through the half. And unfortunately, we made a couple of mental mistakes early in that second half, which they capitalized on. And we learned some kind of tough lessons there in that game, and lost it 2-1 on 2 goals that were probably avoidable from our point of view. No real complaints about the result. They were clearly a better, stronger team than us, but seeing as we were up, I would hope that we would learn from that situation, and in future games be able to close that type of situation out. But we returned on Sunday to play. We moved up the state in Indiana to Fort Wayne on Sunday to play IPFW. I think that's the right letters. And another good team, picked second in their conference this preseason. So we knew that was going to be a tough game as well. And it is, as you guys obviously know here, it was very hot yesterday. And so it was one of those games where I think we understood if whoever scored first it was going to be tough to come back in that heat. In soccer, when it's hot and you're down and you've got to do all the work and all the pushing, it can take it out of you pretty quickly. So we set ourselves up to try to score first. Unfortunately, again, we made another kind of mental error, and they were able to score, which really put us in a tough situation for the second half. But I'll give the girls credit. They came out in the second half, first 20, 25 minutes even, we were all over them, and had a couple of good chances on goal, a couple of half chances. weren't able to put the ball in the net. And I think, in all honesty, the game Friday, that big effort kind of took it out of us, and they broke away and scored a second goal, and that really kind of deflated the team. I'm not sure we had a ton of energy left to really make a serious comeback. So I'm pleased with the effort this weekend. We're 0-2, which is obviously not what we would like to be at this point of the season, but it's early in the season, and there's certainly no panic from us. We've got plenty of games ahead of us and plenty of things to work on, but really pleased with the effort from the team. In difficult circumstances with the heat, everybody worked really hard. We've just got to kind of cut out some of these mental mistakes that we're making at the moment. We go this weekend to Green Bay. There's a tournament. We have a tournament up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which I hope is a little bit cooler up there. We don't actually play Green Bay, which is kind of an odd thing, but there's 4 teams there, and we play Eastern Illinois on Friday, and then Western Illinois on Sunday. And so, 2 good programs. Give us different kind of looks. They both play kind of a different style of soccer from each other. So we're going to have to be prepared for that. Again, at this stage of the season, we're really just concentrating on ourselves and kind of fixing some of the issues that came up at the weekend. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a hot week of practice, but that's okay. That's that's something that we have to deal with, and a lot of teams right now are going to have to deal with. So so we're looking forward to preparing for the weekend and hoping to get in that win column on the weekend. Any questions for soccer? No. All right. Thank you very much.